So I get when people are bitter about their experience. But laughing at somebody else's downfall because it's fun, no, it's just no. Don't do that. I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who help support the channel. Also, I want to say thank you to my Twitch subscribers. Help the channel out by donating or go to patreon.com. Thank you. So we're going to be talking about Clownfish TV. And you guys, look, I will say this. I tend to look for when people give me video ideas. I may not get to them every time as quickly as I need to, but sometimes I'm able to get to them, and yay, we have content. So, Clownfish TV is out here talking about how gaming journals are being replaced with AI, which, as somebody in the creative field, why are you celebrating that somebody else's job is going away because of like chatbot GPT? That it just seems like you're just bitter. But let's hear what we have to say. And oh God, I may not be able to stomach all of this.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about gaming journos finally realizing that the future is very bleak for them. And I'm sorry, I won't be very clear before we get into this video any further that we're not delighting in people losing their jobs. There are some people that work in pop culture journalism and in gaming journalism that are decent. Fortunately, there are also a lot of people that are not.
Yeah, and sadly, the ones that are not usually are the clickbaity people who bring the views and they'll get to stay.
Right. So we're going to talk.
So wait a minute. They're not celebrating it, except for the people that they don't like. The people that they don't like, fuck them. All well, cool, great, yeah, wow. Let's go.
Talk about the situation going on with gaming journalism. Again, this is like the 10th video I think we've done on it, but I don't think people realize just how bad it is for digital journalists right now, like how bad the numbers are. And as people who have run websites for a number of years, I am telling you.
So yeah, the source of their, they do like the Tim Pool thing. They get their news story from a source. And look, I am not a news channel. I fully admit I'm a commentary channel. But I'm not saying that I'm breaking news by reading somebody else's news article. That's not me. But people like this, yeah, of course they do. But let's go.
The ad rates are the worst they've been in at least 15 years.
I don't remember seeing them this bad personally.
They're very, very bad. I mean, our one network that we're in, they've historically, and these sites use a lot of the same networks, by the way. We're going to talk about Gamers Group, but I believe some of their sites use the same network that we're in. We have seen a decrease of like 70% in revenue. And I'm talking for the same number of page views. I'm not talking about the views falling off a cliff. I'm talking the same number.
Also, here. It's not the people not watching us. No. People are watching us, but we just ain't get the money like we used to. The robots don't care whether they replace good or bad journalists. Of course they don't. Let's go.
Of views only bringing in 30-ish% of what they used to bring in.
And that's with them like oversaturating these websites with ads too.
Right. And yeah, it's ridiculous. So we're going to talk about this and talk about how a lot of these sites are pivoting to AI. And it could be argued, I think, in some cases that some of these gaming journos, I'm using air quotes here, are basically just bots anyway. They regurgitate press releases, they regurgitate talking points from Twitter, and they've led to, I believe, the lack of interest and the speedier decline of gaming and pop culture news sites compared to other.
Wait, no. I will give them this. Yes, when it comes to and I'm just moving around just a little bit because of I don't want to be blocking them, but when it comes to literally that a lot of gaming a lot of gaming journalists are press releases. I give you that. A lot of gaming journals are, well, the developer said this. The motherfucking the publisher said that. I give you that. That's what a lot of media have actually turned to for access, be it mainstream media or independent media. A lot of media is just turning into stenographers for access. That's a problem. And it's not like I'm just saying both sides. No, the incentive is let me get access so I can be the first so people can look at my story more. The irony of Cloudfish using quotations for yeah. The irony of these people being more traditional minded and using a clownfish. Oh no. You know what's up with clownfish. They're hermaphrodites. They don't have an assigned gender and they don't play by the gender roles. That's the thing about clownfish. But you know, if you like let that instance of science get in there, they may not ever think about that shit again. But let's go.
Other
websites. You say that, I say agenda-driven.
Agenda-driven websites.
Let's call it what it is.
So let's talk about this. Before we get into anything further, please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants, guys. If you do, you'll get a woohoo. Go out to clownfishtv.com for objective pop culture news. Go out to piratesandprincesses.net for objective Disney news, theme park news. And this is no secret. Like, this has been going on for years. I think this is part of the reason that so many video game journalists hate YouTubers, is that there are YouTubers out there making more money themselves than like their entire staff is making combined.
So, you know, I want them to realize that there are gaming journalists who are actively writing articles and doing YouTube channels. I know, weird, they can do both, right? And that's actually the current meta that they have now. Not only you write an article, but you do a YouTube video about it. IGN is popular for that. And some of it is plagiarism, but they've taken a script and put the script as, with some minor alterations, as their motherfucking article. Objective Disney news, Disney bad. I know. Stop with the clownfish shit. How they hate Disney because they walked away from Disney. Walked away. Yeah, let's go.
And it's sad, but people trust people they can make a connection
Even the
with.
ones that are game players, you know, like Markiplier and stuff. How much money is he getting?
Oh my God, millions every year. So this is.
But he's not a journalist. He's a live streamer. Why are you trying to conflate the two of them? Markiplier is not a journalist. He's a live streamer. His thing is entertainment. His thing is not breaking down the resolution, not breaking down the frame rates, not breaking down the fucking budgets of games. It is different. Oh my God. That's why I can't watch too much of Clownfish TV, because they're fucking stupid. Oh God, let's go.
This is unfortunate. This is Gamers Group, and they own a bunch of websites, right? And they bought Destructoid. And Destructoid was, at one point in time, I thought, a very reputable fan-run video game site. Now, in recent years, just like everything else, it's gone to shit. But back in the day, it was one.
Why is it going to shit? Because they don't have these super staunch-ass conservative views? Is that what it is? Now, they do hold some conservative viewpoints. I watch this Escapists, and they're not just some liberal bastion. Oh, they have black people in games. They have women in games. Oh, they don't look like some, 14-year-old, virgin's ideal look of a woman. Like, yeah, okay. And they're not shitting on it. Like, okay. Let's go.
The few sites I went to regularly to get honest opinions from different people. They have like a bunch of microblogs and,
Years ago, you could get honest opinions. Then these corporations came in and bought them up for the sole purpose of mining them for views or for PR arms of other.
What makes you think that people don't have these honest opinions? Just because. So you're thinking that because it disagrees with you, they have this corporate. There are some people that are just fucking progressive. I know. I look at videos like yours and think, how fucking stupid are these people? But I don't think you're grifting. I think you're just fucking stupid.
Or studios or things like that.
Well, that's what happened. All these websites were for the longest time, they were bankrolled by studios, they were bankrolled by venture capital. They were always the scheme was always kind of a pump and dump. They were going to pump up the numbers on the websites and then dump them off to the next organization that buy them. And we're starting to see that there are dwindling returns now. I mean, that group of gaming sites that CBS bought for like $500 million, they had to sell for like $50 million. They lost a massive amount of money on these sites. Other websites that like Legendary runs the Nerdist now, and it's like a shell of its former self. They've been laying people off like crazy. And this is gamers. They went around, and I think what is going on is they're buying up sites cheap because the ad rates started to drop at the end of last year.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, okay. The ad rates dropped in a lot of cases, thanks because the ad apocalypse. But, I mean, like, okay. And, there was this whole thing of a global pandemic where a lot of people sunk into deep financial ruin. It's the shit that's happening. But let's continue.
And I think they're buying these sites up dirt cheap. And as a site owner, you're looking at this like, oh, this is my exit strategy. This is probably the best chance I'm going to have. Get out while the getting's good.
Right.
So you're going to unload your site.
I can build another one, kind of thing.
Yeah, I can always, if the ads ever come back, if that economy ever comes back, I can always build another one, right? So this is Gamers Group. They bought a whole bunch more sites, and they own the Mary Sue. And
I'm sorry, I would not be sad at all if something happened to the Mary Sue.
Right. Well, I think it might, because the issue.
Why would you not be sad? Like a lot of this shit is just their petty differences with these sites because reasons. And again, what did they say at the beginning? Remember what he said at the beginning? We're not celebrating the loss of these people's jobs. Didn't they say that at the very beginning? All right, let's go.
At hand here, I guess, is AI. They're going to be more reliant on AI going forward to handle a lot of the day-to-day drudgery.
Well, it's funny though, because these are the sites that are complaining about AI right and left on their articles, and then probably because they're going to be replaced by AI.
Yes, and
no. The motherfucking AI isn't as good as a lot of people think it is. I play video games, and a video game's AI is probably more advanced than some of these writing softwares, and it's still shit. All right, let's go.
For a lot of it,
I mean, like, literally, it's one of those things, like, are they going to start celebrating the writer's strike next? Hoping that the writers would actually be starved out? Like, literally, this is akin to fucking celebrating what the studios are doing to the writer's strike because they don't like them. But knowing these two and the content that they've actually done, of course they don't like they love that, the writers may actually be motherfucking starving and homeless because, they want, more rights for themselves.
I hate to say it, unless you've got a really unique take, if you're just regurgitating press releases, AI can do your job.
Right. I mean, we've done a couple test articles to see if it would work.
They suck.
Well, some of them did, though.
And see, this is what I mean. Like, you just don't give a fuck. You just want to turn the screws on the people that you feel that you don't like because they don't agree with you. Well, AI is a good thing to take over writers. No, you don't want this. Just because your intelligence level is the same measurable thing as an AI, then I get why you are confused about it.
Well, it still takes a person to go through and make it.
Oh, that's
true.
That is it. So what they're doing is they're basically like, okay, we can generate more articles with AI, and then we can hire an editor to oversee those AI generated articles, because you have to make sure that they're accurate. Because sometimes, like we did a test article with a Disney list, and I'm like, this isn't even accurate. Like, this ride's not even around anymore.
Right, that's true. That's what we're saying. You still need someone to go through it. But at that point, why use the AI at all? Just have the person write it. I mean, I personally don't think they should use AI for everything. No. Maybe to fact check some things, but then it didn't even work for that. But I'm just saying,
And this is what I mean. The AI is not going to replace writers anytime soon. It's not. It is not. Because it's not.
I don't think it's a good idea, even though I like to see the Mary Sue go away. I don't think it's a good idea to use AI to replace people.
I think what's going to happen is, I think this is desperation. I think they're basically like, can we hire one person to do the work of 10 people because we only have
AI assistants?
Yeah, with AI assistants, because we only have enough money to pay one person. That's kind of where we're at with it. So Gamers owns Prima Games and .esports. Prima Games.
Like, do they not realize that, I don't know, that the reason why companies are trying to cut costs is to increase the profit? I know, weird. Let's go.
games, makes the gaming guides, right? They've been making game guides for years, but they acquired Destructoid, they acquired The Escapist, Upcomer, and more from a Canadian esports and events company. So that was the thing for a while too. They thought that esports was going to save gaming. This is why G4 TV went in hard on esports, and they spent ridiculous money thinking they had like the next NBA, and they didn't have anything. They came in like dead last in the ratings, and that whole thing is collapsed. But this is some of the other sites they own probably recognize them. The Mary Sue, Game Pure.
I didn't know they had the Mary Sue. Is that a new thing? Because I know Mary Sue was somebody else recently.
They bought that, I think, 2 years ago. Now, I've heard from other people that Gamers Group is pretty quote unquote woke. I've heard that they, but it's getting to the point now.
Why do you have to throw in it woke? Like, what the fuck, man? Oh my god, this is fucking unbelievable. Like, fuck. What are the articles that they're saying? How they're woke? What part are they woke? What percentage are they woke? Like, all right, let's go.
Now they own the Mary Sue.
They own the Mary Sue, but it's getting to the point now where that's going to bite them in the ass because there's a bit of a revolt now because their editors and writers do not want to work with AI.
Well, I didn't think so. I mean, I can't blame them because if you open that door, you're going to be out the door.
Yeah, I mean,
you just made several points of how AI isn't fucking working. You just made several points. Even in writing or editing the article, AI is trash. But then, the reason why they don't want to do it because it's going to lose their jobs. How fucking stupid are you? All right, let's go.
You open that door and you're out the window.
I have been in that situation myself where you're training your replacement. Mm-hmm. You're training your younger, cheaper replacement. And that's what it's always about. They always try to be like, oh, we just want new, fresh ideas. I'm like, no, you want some fresh-faced kid out of college who is cheap
and doesn't ask questions.
It doesn't ask questions. And I think this is how we got ourselves into the situation. Everybody's talking about wokeness and social justice, and I think what happened was these companies hired people on the cheap to come in, and they brought all their college idealism with them. Mm-hmm. And
the wokeness and the social justice, because those are bad things, and they just hired young people who just fresh out of college that we don't have to pay them shit. Wow.
Right. They didn't have the real world experience to temper some of that idealism, and they brought that into the workplace, and they hired more people their age, and it just kind of, what I'm saying? That's how I think we got here. And I think in the case of comics, we saw this. In the case of these websites, we see it because who else is going to work? I mean, if you have 2 kids and a mortgage, you're not going to take a job as a freelance writer for the Mary Sue.
No.
Yeah.
I'm done. I can only tolerate this shit so much. They are literally actively saying that, we just want these sites to die because they disagree with us politicals. I can't. The fucking malice on display is unbelievable. I just can't. I fucking can't. So fucking stupid. Anyway, guys, I've watched as much as I can in this video. Like, share, and subscribe, and just remember, be the person that you want to be around and not who you want to be like. And don't be a vindictive, spiteful motherfucker like these two, mad because wokeness and diversity and social justice. Anyway, we're going to cut this video segment here and call it. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.